Hey everybody, welcome to Online Math 121. This is your very first video of the week. Every week I'll be sending you a video intended to help you out with the problems that you may be having that week in the class. I'll also be highlighting issues that students have had in the past, and I'll be helping you with problems that students have traditionally had on our final exam in the class. So hopefully this will be a good resource for you. My name is Craig Fallhaber. I've taught at Red Rocks Community College for 10 years now full-time, and I'm excited to get started with this semester. So let's do it. The first thing you're going to want to do is go to MyMathLab.com. You're going to click Student under Register Now, and keep in mind that your course ID for this class is my last name, Fallhaber, 49016. So let's go to the website. If you go to MyMathLab.com, you get this page right here. You're going to start by registering as a student. You need an email address, that course ID I just mentioned, and an access code. So your student access code will either come bundled with your book if you purchased it new. You can also buy an access code standalone, or you can buy it from this website right here. If you're ready to go, just click OK Register Now to get started. You just follow a few steps, and then once you are registered, you just go back and sign in through this MyMathLab.com page. You'll notice that all of your courses will be listed right here. Ours is Spring 2017 Math 121 Online. And when you click that, you'll notice the first thing that pops up is our home page, which tells you what your next assignments are. So you'll notice our first due dates in this class are January 27th, which is actually coming up pretty fast. So if I were you, I would get a start on this Chapter 1 homework. In this homework assignment, there happen to be 30 questions. Let's just take a look at, say, question 1. So here it is. Here's a question. You do the math, you answer the question. I'm going to get it wrong. You'll notice that when you get something wrong, you have this option for a similar question. You can continue to click the similar question button until you get the problem correct, and in that way you should be able to get 100% on your homework assignment. If you want to think about it a little bit more and move on to the next question, of course, you can just move on and do these questions in any order you like. Now if you get stuck on one of these problems, you do have some options in this homework assignment. If you click Question Help, you have a Help Me Solve This button, give you an example. There could be a video or an animation for this specific problem. You can click the textbook button, which will take you to the section of this textbook that this problem is in. And if you're really stuck, you just click this Ask My Instructor button. That'll prompt you to send me an email, and in that email I'll get a link to this specific problem. So if you do have a question about a specific problem, make sure to use this link. Okay, once you finish this basic homework assignment, your next possible step would be to go back and do the Show Your Work assignment. I'll show you that real quick as well. Now every Show Your Work assignment has 5 problems. There's a little SW next to each problem indicating that you'll need to show your work. If we pick a random one here, it's a problem just like the homework problems, except what you should really be doing is focusing on showing your work, say, on your own paper really clearly. You answer the question the way you normally would, but you want to click this Show Your Work button. My recommendation would be to show your work very clearly using pencil and paper on a separate piece of paper. Take a picture of it, and then upload that picture using this button right here. Another option if you have a tablet is you can click the pen and you can write your math, but it's a little bit sloppy. Another option is you can type the math using this tool right here. Now the point of this Show Your Work exercise is that the final exam in this class requires that you take a test using pencil and paper. So I want to get you all the practice that you need to become proficient in showing your work clearly with pencil and paper. So the best option, I think, is to take a picture of your work and use this button right here. Once you've finished your work, make sure to click Save and Save. When you finish the entire assignment, I'll be prompted to go in and grade your Show Your Work so that I can give you the points that you deserve. Okay, the last thing I want to do is just show you a couple of other things that the website includes. If you click Chapter Contents, you can go to the chapter and the section that you're working on, and you'll notice that there are all of these extra resources. So if I click Section 1.1, there's actually a video helping you out with the material in 1.1, which is great. There's an e-text, which is literally your book. It'll probably take a minute to launch the first time, but you'll notice this is just the book that you can purchase from the bookstore, so that's why purchasing a paper textbook is optional for this class. It's all right here on the website. If you go back, there's also this study plan option. The study plan is optional. It just gives you extra practice if you feel that you need it after doing all of the homework, to show your work, and the quiz. Okay, so that's my brief introduction. Feel free to get started on this Chapter 1 homework, and let me know if you have any questions.